Hey guys, it's me, Daskro, and welcome to another PlayerUnknown'S PUBG playtest. This is playtest number 6, brought to you by Auzom.gg. I'm your host, Daskro, and we are here to play and watch some games. In this, we have 20 teams. These 20 teams are going to be playing against each other in a typical PlayerUnknown'S Battleground style gameplay. I will be spectating this event in the servers and what have you. We'll be doing 3 matches, 3 rounds in this. We do a combination of both points and kills for both getting within top ranking as well as just doing well in the game. We don't change anything with the server for this play test. We've done some changes in the past, but for this one, we're just sticking with the default settings. The server's actually already going, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And there are a few minutes in, but that's all right because most of the BN of the rounds are usually dedicated just to playing that loot adventure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the server and see some of the action. All right, guys. Let's do this. We have right now 67 alive out of the total that's out there. We have an equal distribution of players across the various different locales within the island of Erangel, which is the name of this island. And so let's go ahead and just do a little overview of the different teams that may be involved in this. Let's check it out. We got boat crew, but you know, no one likes seeing the boat crew. Let's check out some of the action that may be around here. We have 2 different squads here within near Rozok, Procton V and Toast, and we'll actually go to them right now. If it'll allow me, come on. Give me a click. Give me that. There it goes. Looking at Voxic. Takes a while to load up, guys, when you go from player to player. Voxic is in team EANIX, Enix, which also includes a number of other notable players like Toast and Draydon and Procton V. And next to them is Twitch.tv's Kylink, the very popular French streamer with the rest of his crew. Now his crew is part of Hide on Bush, and they're taking some shots. Let's go ahead and try to get a good perspective here. They're getting out to try to see what they can find. And let's go see what some of the action that we see here, moving around on in this little area here before trying to engage the Enix crew on the apartment side. We'll go to Procton B and see what he's doing, taking that Jeep and moving it around. Checking it out. Hopefully everything's working on my side. I think it is. But looking for more action. Now, guys, if you are unfamiliar with spectator mode, here's how it operates. We have different squads on the left. The one, as I sort of look at the different map, it'll sort of give me the priority of ones that are out there. It'll also indicate if they're in a vehicle or not, as we can see here, as well as when I'm taking shots. And so we'll actually go to 3T Butts, taking some shots in the vehicle to get that boat. Now, why would they do that? It's because the circle may very well end up on the military base island. And because of that, it is imperative to get over that island. But taking some damage here and there, Balak doing the same thing. All the different players and squads moving into the inner circle. Now, for those who are interested, we mentioned Team Enix. Team Enix was one of the teams that has done pretty well on our past play tests. They got 2nd place in match 3, 3rd place in match 4, and 4th place in match 5. In fact, I'm going to go to Stevie's squad CV's squad is actually part of the Ravens on the Roof squad, and we've seen them in a number of play tests in the past, and taken those Jeeps back. But let's go to Unscrupulous now. At this point, also moving into the inner circle as well. Maybe go to free cam here, and whoa, a little bit of high. Sorry about that. Check it out. Don't really see many players around, so we'll move on to another set of folks and see what. Ooh, here's some fighting. In fact, we're going to go to to Backer. Backer is on team SDL Esports. And wait a minute, that's not who I wanted. Sorry about that, guys. Let's try this again. Going to Disco Termad, who is on team Wamix Angels, taking some fighting and some action with who other squads are they fighting against? We have against Product MV squad, which is Enix, and so they're a little bit farther out. But wait, where is what's Dryden doing? Dryden is also on Enix as well, but they're moving on back. It looks as if that one of their vehicles is in trouble. A little bit on fire, but finding a backup vehicle just in case. And so let's go ahead and keep on going, try to find some real action as opposed to speculation. Looking at Unscrupulous' squad. Unscrupulous is part of the Team Forsaken, along with Faller, Alice Malice, and Low Pink. But, ooh, I love this. I love this interrogate and crew with Motorbot, Meteorbot, excuse you, from Team Ataxia, and trying to get to Meteorbot. Give me Meteorbot. Meteorbot actually has picked up in that crate drop a ghillie suit and an AWN. I like what I am seeing thus far, and I wonder if he's got a scope on it. Does he? Does he got a scope on it? Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's got a scope all right. He's got an 8X. I like that thus far. Meteorbot taking some shots at the boat as it moves across. Where does that boat go? Why am I having trouble here? Ooh, here we go. But holding that bridge down with the rest of his squad. Meteorbot is again from Team Ataxia, holding that bridge down. Why? Because the circle is on the military island, although not a lot of people here. In fact, I actually want to go to Prolosco and company. Prolosco from Ravens on Roof, also holding down the bridge. And there, depending on where the circle goes, if it goes to the top, everyone's going to have to go back from the island back to the mainland. But I imagine most of it's going to have to go to the other side. Let's go to Low Pink, or that's not Low Pink. Low Pink, who is on the north side of the circle, fighting out a number of other squads. Low Pink is on a team. What team is Low Pink on? Low Pink is part of team. I'm having trouble finding it. Forsaken, engaging Lurion, as well as got Black Dot as well with Mavs. I think they will be able to take out this team out as they're hugging that top. Black Dot is from Team E-Logic, but it looks like that was an entire squad wipe, leaving one less team remaining. But in this, Low Pink and Company squad have are pretty much alone in this. Maybe gonna get some loot on and go from there. Looking for some other cool action. Let's check out Profi. Now Profi ends up getting knocked out. Why does it keep on doing that? Profi, here we go. Ends up being taken out. Now Profi is on Team Ataxia, who's done very well for themselves in the past, and so we will maybe see them later. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the next set. Let's go to the bridge again. I like this where we have. Let's try Toast. Toast is on Team Enix. Team Enix was on, formerly known as Fear the Four, who've done very well for themselves in past matches, getting top 5 in nearly every playtest that we've had to date. Taking some shots, but going against Stevie and Prolosco. Stevie and Prolosco from Ravens on Roof. I like how Toast is just taking some shots, just little shots here and there. But as we move on, let's go ahead and check out what other things we may see. In fact, Ravens on Roof is sort of an interesting position right now in that they have their entire squad up. There's still 2 more squads, if not 3 more squads, on the other side, as well as Pittis and Salgi on Team 1 doing a little bit of dipping in the water. In the meantime, let's see what else we got in here. In fact, the circle moving to the west of military base with Costin Rules and Nap Nap from 8th World. Every time that I try to click on someone, it goes to another person. And Dabble's also on the same team as well. 8th World, moving to try to get a better location within that circle. But boy, they are going right to a bunch of other squads right now. This is going to be good. If they were able to stop, they may get the ability to get some cover and an angle on them. But in fact, we'll just go to all of these squads that are on here. Napinator ends up getting taken out. Look at all the players on here. We have Shiv and Shadow from Hide on Bush. We got Scrub, Spectre, and Odd Toaster from Toxic Esports. Esports, is that right? I think it is. We have Kai Lankin and Toxic and Yuffie as well on Hide on Bush. As the circle continues to descend, we have a number of teams, including this interesting action here with Mario and Mr. XXD from Barbarians. Seeing that water squad, now here's the thing: if you get in the water and you get underneath the water, the bullets aren't going to hit you. But if you got it go for air, you're going to get taken out. In fact, this is just a bloodbath as they clean up the beach crew from that's a squad ASLM. End up in a compromising position. But that circle is now moving ever inward. Let's see what other action we may see. We still have these 2 squads in 2 separate buildings, as well as Disco Tormod from Womack's Angels, as the rest of his crew, also pushing up on it. I wonder if they're going to get caught at all in this. Are any of these squads, be it Hide on Bush or Ravens on Roof, end up taking it? I like this position that they have. This rock position gives you the ability to get a lot of cover against these houses. The problem is that you're otherwise pretty exposed. If the circle does not come in their favor, they're going to be in some trouble. They're going to need some smokes to be able to get around because it's essentially all clear. But if they can make their way even 100 meters, 200 meters into some of these defilades underneath the hills, it may give them cover to the south. But these houses, though, these houses are problematic for them as well. I'm going to go to Lagzer. Lagzer on Team 1, who have always had a good showing in these matches. cleaning up a number of these enemy players from 8th World, Costin Rules, and what have you. Still watching Lagzer and what have you. Let's check out what we got. We have a number of... Actually, let's go check out Hexate on the motorcycle. This is going to be good as we move around and see where he ends up going into the battle with the rest of his squad. Going to Hexate as well. Let's go ahead and turn on some some X-ray mode. They do end up getting into that building. Hexate and Meterbot. Metaxia. Although, I will say, I do like the positioning of Womack's Angels. On top of this area, I like that a lot. Ends up taking out Low Pink's crew, excuse me. In fact, Low Pink is going to go see if they can get a little bit of loot going on his fallen, sunken brother at this point. Moving on, a lot of people dying outside of Circle. This is not looking good for all these squads that may be around here. And guys, I do know that the stream is having a little bit of problems, so I'll be doing a reset after this round, but I want to keep on watching this because I am also managing the server at this point as well. Let's go ahead and check out Quarantine. In fact, we'll see where he's going. Into the water? I guess he just wants to make a splash. But in the water, now here's the thing. If he survives in the Circle, just by virtue of the fact that he's underwater, holding his breath as long as he can get his team to a higher rank. That's Team Delta. But, in fact, Toast and Proctin V are doing the same thing on Enix. They're saying, hey, if we want to get top 10, it's a way of doing it. Whereas Team Enix over here as well doing the same thing. Let's go ahead and keep on moving on. Let's go. Ooh, what is happening with Outsider? He's hurting. Outsider in 3 Butts and Balak. All from Rockets Esports, hiding in the little shack. Well, who is this? Who is this? This is squad SDL Esports, pushing on right into the middle, but ends up just getting annihilated. And starting to fall. They're all adopting the same get in the water strategy. It's beach time here. Auzom GG. You're more like a 1-piece or a 2-piece. I like wearing the long shorts or the tiny shorts. I think it depends on the occasion. It's a beach party, long shorts. Swimming, maybe something different. Around the raid, though, taking some damage. As the circle descends, look at all that remain. In fact, 3 squads now at this point in the little building areas, and they will start engaging each other. Kai Lank and crew from Hide on Bush still doing well for themselves, whereas Meterbot, Hexate, and Interrogate from Team Ataxia also not as strong as their neighbors, but close. Meterbot throwing in a Molotov there. I like that. But all of them have to move away from these buildings now at this point because the circle is now moving inward. It is indeed swimming time for us, as we have so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players across a number of squads all hanging out. And I almost kind of have to think, you know, they're all sort of just hanging out within there, but let's not watch the pool party just yet. Titus may take some shots at it, but I'm most interested in what's going to happen. And here we go, guys. Interrogate and crew leaving as the circle goes around, whereas they're all in the open. All in the open. Taking the water, and ends up also joining the pool party. I almost feel like that whoever ends up not getting the water is going to win this. In fact, another vehicle here. I'm curious if they're going to be able to do anything here. Ends up taking out Shiv, and Voxic jumps out early. This is now... This is so stupid. It's just all in the water. All hoping Drayden gets taken out. I actually think Lagster's team's going to win all this, because from Team 1, they're the only ones left that's not in the water. And the only thing they got to do is just knock them off as they come back in onto shore. Particularly since the next circle is onto shore. Although, yeah, this is incredible. But Drayden getting brought up by Voxic in the water. But hey, they're still in here, but Drayden taking shots against Safe. I think Team 1's got this. I mean, they're by default the last ones up. All the other... Oh, in fact, this is just incredible. Let's go to Salgi. He's just taking shots with the SKS. Too funny. One at a time. 12 alive. How many squads is that? That's 1, 2, wow. Still 5 squads. I almost feel like it behooves them just to get a little bit closer. Well, I mean, they have to get closer because the circle is coming inbound in 5 seconds. Wouldn't it be terrible if Team 1 just didn't get in the circle in time just because they were too preoccupied? I mean, that circle's going to do some damage to them. Here it goes. They're hanging it out, and everyone's coming in. Let's go check out how many people end up moving to shore. They're all swimming into that inner circle. But as they get closer, they may get up just enough to stand. And if they do, they're going to be exposed. Remarkable. And that's the circle. We still have another one, but Salgi and Pitus. There's so many in the water. They're all just trying to hold this up. But the next circle, guys, it's all on land. They can just throw nades. In fact, that's what they're doing, throwing some. Oh, is that how they? That's how they fish in Eastern Europe, right? With grenades, right? Team 1 just gotta mop this up. As long as they have ammo, they're gonna be all right. Incredible. But guys, remember, when you play in Auzom GG's play test, we do give you more points if you can survive longer. You also get a lot of points for getting kills. In fact, Team 1 is going to just be mopping up so many kills here that I think they're going to have a double whammy. They're going to get the most points for being first place. We're also going to be able to get... Oh, no! Oh, no. Team 1 has been taken out. Now everyone's getting pushed on the inside as they all engage each other. It was almost like too much. It was a crapshoot. Who's going to win this then? Oh, I think it's going to be Hide on Bush. In fact, it was not Hide on Bush. It was Forsaken. Relative newcomers with Hide on Bush as number 2. Balak, Outsider, 3T Butts end up taking, with Rockets Esports, ends up taking 3rd. Drayden, Voxic, Procton, V, and Toast end up from Enix end up taking 4th. Team 1, actually, who I thought was going to get number 1, have got number 5 in this. And then it goes on down from there. Twitch TV Profi, from popular French streamer, on as well, from Ataxia. Incredible games. Wow, what an outcome. This is Organized PlayerUnknown'S Battlegrounds with Auzom GG. I'm Daskro. Apologies for the stream problems. I think they have alleviated themselves. I hope they have. And the server should be getting done. So, guys, I'm going to have to start the new server up since I have to do all this because of how spectator mode operates today. But we will taking a short break right now, go to a bit of an intermission, and then we will be back in just a bit. Stay tuned.